To describe the event in one word, without a swear word, would be inspirational.
My name's Danny Wallace, and I am the Queen Bee. I grew up on the council estates of Preston, and I was furious when I found out that the Queen was born the Queen. So I set about creating the I Am the Queen Bee movement to help more people show up, wise up, and rise up and reclaim their birthright to success. There's this quote that goes, aerodynamically, bees should not be able to fly. Their little wings shouldn't get their fat little bodies off the ground. But bees don't care what humans think is impossible. Bees fly anyway. So I wanted to create a space and a community where we can do what bees do when they're building something new. And that's festoon and link arms and help each other.
Community is really important, knowing that when people are talking about their experiences, it's not just you, you're not alone, there's other people that resonate and there's other people that you can help.
It's just about soaking up the atmosphere and being part of a community that supports each other.
Be Inspired is a 6-month mastermind that culminates in the most incredible personal and business development event where you take to the stage and share your mission and your business message.
It's been amazing. I have never done anything like this. Never ever thought I would, but because of Danny, I have. And I have genuinely loved it.
This is the place to be. It's so inclusive, and actually it's there to help you mentally, physically and emotionally.
There's nowhere else where you'd ever feel so held and so safe.
I would love for you to come and get involved with Be Inspired so we can get you using your superpower hidden in plain sight, your voice, to take up the space you deserve in the world with your mission and your business. I can't wait to hear from you.
And with the swear word, how would you describe it?
I would describe it as inspirational.
Is it this one? Can you hear me now? I think you can hear me now because I can see the microphone moving a little bit. I'm going to wait. Are you there? You can hear me. I don't know what went on then, messing around with the settings. What StreamYard like? Good morning. I had everything. I was like all giving you all the beans then. And then anyone I'm watching on the replay now is going to be like, oh, there's no sound. I'm going to click off this. Fuming. I can't start the show again. It's too late. We're going to carry on. I've been plagued, haven't I, with technical gremlins. Need to have a look at my tech. I hope you're all feeling good this morning. I've got a jam-packed day today with lots and lots of lovely calls with lots and lots of lovely people who want to know more about the Be Inspired Mastermind and the Be Heard and Be Heard Pro programs. The doors are now open. If anybody does want to have a little chat with me, slide into my DMs and book in a little call. You can hear me. Good morning, Kathy Byam. How are you? Come on in. Come and get a cuddle. It is Wise Up Wednesday. We're learning together today. One of the things I often find about the time when doors open to my programs is that, well, not to my programs, because I've got to grips with this. I wanted to share with you my journey to being okay with this particular period of time. When it comes to doors opening of your programs, one of the things that you will need to do consistently and loudly and a lot of is tell people that your doors are open, is tell people that they can work with you. Because just because, say, and we've got maybe 30, 40 people watching along this morning, That's 30, 40 people of a 10,000 person audience that I have all the way across social media. So what I need to do is make sure that I'm showing up really consistently in a lot. So some of you, if you tune in regularly, will hear you can get onto these programs very regularly. You need to book a call with me very regularly. You'll hear it a lot. And it might be a little bit of noise to you for a little bit. And I am completely unapologetic, because as we amplify over the next few weeks, as we share with people how you can work with me and all of that sort of stuff, we need to do it in order for people to hear. We need to do it in order for people to know that they can, because then the door's shut, then you can't work with me until September, October time again. So we've got to make as much noise as possible, but it makes people feel really uncomfortable when you've got to do that. So when you're launching a goods, product, service, whatever it is that you're doing, I want to know in the comments, how do you feel about being really visible at those times? How do you feel? I see so many of you, and if you feel seen and you feel called out, then I'm talking to you specifically. I see so many of you have products and services that you put out. You do a little post on Instagram and you send one email out to your email list, and then that's it. You've put it out there. And then you might say to me, or you might say to your coach or mentor, you might say to your friends, oh, well, I put this proposition out there and it just landed on tumbleweed. It just landed to nothing. And actually, people need a number of exposures to what it is that you're selling in order for them to remember, because just because it's important to you doesn't mean that all of a sudden it's important to them. I find this like, how do I find it interesting? I guess I'm very curious and very interested that every single time I open the doors to this, every single time I will have people I don't know come into the mastermind, people I've never come across before. But what they've done is they've watched what it is that we've been doing over the past couple of weeks. They'll be watching until next Friday when the door's shut. And then they go, do you know what? I'm here for it, because they know that I'm turning up consistently. It does. Carla, you're working on it. I see you, Angel. Beth Thompson, deadline dancer over here. Normally I like to digest information and make a decision, but I just knew with the mastermind that this was for me, which is why you, Beth Thompson, are on my wings of destiny just there, which is filling up quite nicely. So we've got 6 people into the Be Inspired Mastermind. There's just 14 spaces left. We've got 2 places gone on Be Heard Pro, which means there are 8 spaces left on that. Doors are open till not this Friday, next Friday. I fibbed to you the other day. Just started One to Many. Amanda, just started One to Many. Awesome. It's so good, One to Many. Your mastermind is my next investment straight after. Cannot wait. I cannot wait to work with you, Amanda, and seeing you. I think you've done the challenge and the boot camp twice now, haven't you? And to see you grow each time has been brilliant. I cannot wait. I can't wait to get my hands on you and work with you on all of your speaking stuff. I had some really, really cool conversations yesterday. Some really, really cool conversations. And this is the thing, when it comes to selling your stuff. So I'm talking to you. Let me know in the comments, are you somebody what sells stuff? And if you sell stuff, then it is important that you take your mind away from the selling and more to the relationship building and helping the people that you want to help. So I had some lovely conversations yesterday with some gorgeous people who the mastermind wasn't quite right for, but Be Heard Pro was. And conversely, Be Heard Pro wasn't quite right for, the mastermind was. Also, I had some conversations with people who the whole thing wasn't right for because they weren't ready yet. And it isn't because of the reasons you might think. So the 2 most important things to me when people are having conversations with me is financial security and mental health. So if you, for example, have got a story to tell, and that story might be hard hitting in some way, shape or form. So for me, I talk about having experienced domestic abuse and homelessness. Now, whilst I don't dwell on that in my talks, I am very, very good at alluding to certain things, allowing them to still be part of the story. It doesn't hurt me to talk about those sorts of things anymore. Now, if you are speaking from the wound and not the scar, it is not quite time to work with me. So if it is really painful, now that's not to say that when you're sharing vulnerability or sharing parts of your story that it isn't emotional. Like, we need emotion, right, to help create connection. But if it is painful or harmful to you in order to share those stories, then it might be that you're not quite ready yet, that you might actually need to go and do some healing around your story, around the things that have occurred to and for you. with somebody who is a professional in that field, maybe some therapy, maybe some spiritual stuff, whatever it is that you need. And then when you come from that position of strength, then you're able to share your story in a way that can help people. So lots of people think, oh, they see speakers and they go, oh, I could be a speaker. That'd be really good. That'd be me. I've got a story to tell. And they might just need to do a little bit beforehand. So I'll have those conversations and say, do you know what? I think that there needs to be a little bit of preliminary work that needs to be done in order before you come and work with me. Likewise, some people come to me. I spoke to this lady yesterday, and I won't mention her name. She wanted to talk about Be Her Pro. And when I spoke to her, it was like magic. It was beautiful in that she was telling me about what she wanted to create in the world and the impact that she wanted to create in the world. And she didn't feel ready because she didn't have a solid whole business that was turning over thousands. And actually, the mastermind's perfect for that person because they already know what they want to create in the world. They just need to work with me to put the nuts and bolts, to tighten up all the nuts and bolts and that, to create the vehicle to drive her audience where it is that she wants to take them. So actually, the mastermind is a better choice for that person who doesn't feel ready. So if you don't feel ready, it might be that you are ready. You just need a mentor or a coach to help you get to where it is that you're going. And there's lots of people that have joined in with the Be Inspired Mastermind who have been in that position before. I'm sure Louisa Herridge won't mind me sharing. When she first started to work with me, there wasn't all of the components of her business ready. All the components of her business wasn't ready. Jojo Smith, all of the components of her business as it stands now wasn't ready. What they needed to do was work with a mentor that allowed them and held space for them to work those things out, who knows on the inside of what it is to create a business such as the ones they wanted to create, to help guide them in the right direction, as well as a speaker. And this is why we say that this program, Be Inspired particularly, is so much more than speaking. It's about you allowing yourself to take up space in the world the way you want to take up space. It isn't just about getting on that stage and being on that stage. I mean, it's great. It's a brilliant experience and we have an absolute scream whilst we do it. And it is an emotional journey. It's a growth journey and all of that sort of stuff. But if you are listening to this and you've been watching everything that's been going on over the past couple of weeks and you're going to be watching for another week or so whilst the doors are open and you're thinking, I'm not ready because my business isn't in this like perfect position, please stop waiting for perfection. The whole point of having a coach and a mentor in any capacity, particularly in this capacity where you get quite an umbrella, like a wealth of experience and guidance and assistance, that we guide you to that point. On the other side of things, it might be that you have spoken already. You might be speaking in different places already. And actually, you might need to work with me because you want to tighten up the nuts and bolts of what you're already capable of. So let's think about talent versus skill now. So you might be naturally gifted with regards to being able to speak. I'm very, very lucky that I was naturally gifted with regards to being able to speak. I also have 20 years experience working on stage. I forgot that wasn't a talent. That is a skill. Turning a talent into a skill is what makes that talent monetizable. When you start to understand your talent, when you start to be intentional around your talent, that's where we can start to amplify and really give it intentional direction. So it really does work at whatever level you're working at. So here's me right now talking to you about programs that I've got open and talking to you about why you should come and work with me. And for lots of people, that is very uncomfortable for them to be able to do. So how do I get over that? How do I get over talking to you about the things? And I thought, well, I'd mix the two together. One is that, yes, I've got to consistently bang the drum. The doors are open, the doors are open, the doors are open. I've got little nifty things that are happening here on StreamYard, like this, for example, the Be Inspired Mastermind open, booking a discovery call. You can do that by doing this. I should have this to hand, but I don't. If anybody does want to book in a chat with me, by the way, before I share with you how I got over being scared about sharing this, hang on. This is how you do it. Copy, StreamYard, and paste. This will not show up in the Hive. If you're watching over in the Hive, then you need to go to imthequeenbee.co.uk. There's a little button right at the top that says book in a discovery call. There's lots of availability today, tomorrow, Friday, into next week if you want to have a chat with me. Right. How did I get over it? How did I get over it? And how do you get over that fear. Because here's the thing, we don't like selling because we don't like being sold to. And that's because in the traditional sense of the word sales, and I'm gonna play around with the phrase that you don't like being sold to, because actually people do like being sold to if that product or service is something that can help you. And I have some beautiful conversations with people where it's just a joy fest. And yes, I'm selling to that person. Here's my product and service. Do you want to buy it? That is a transactional sale. However, when you're building relationships with someone, when you've got a product, goods or service that you know is going to help that person in any way, shape, or form, whether you've got a product-based business, so you might sell planners, for example, and you know that if that person gets your planner and works through your planner, they are going to elevate and escalate everything that it is that they're doing in lots and lots of different ways. Then it's cool for you to say and bang the drum, hey, do you want to buy my planner? Because it's going to really, really help you. Similarly, if you've got a service like me, where when I have a conversation with someone, I can see before they can how all of the benefits of working with me can unfold for them. And I can see their potential before they can. That's my job as a coach, because if they could see their whole potential, they would be out there doing it. They'd be out there getting it. But to work with a mentor and work with a coach, you've got to understand that part of that relationship is for that person to be able to really clearly see before you can where it is that you're going to help, so they can help steer the ship with you, to teach you how to drive the ship so that you can steer your ship there. My advice is, this is interesting. My advice is book the call and then ugly cry. If nothing else, you make a friend for life. What an amazing friend to have. Oh, thank you. Zoe is saying, we never think we're ready for things. Outsourcing, next steps, getting married, having a baby, doing all these things. You're ready if you decide to be, and Danny holds you so well. If you could do it already, you would be. Yeah. Amanda, what are you saying? I think most of us are working solo, which can be isolating, even if you're an introvert. So joining a proper program allows you to feel like part of something bigger than yourself. Yeah, it helps with that accountability side of things. So when you know, let me know in the comments, what do you do? Like, what are your businesses? If you've got a business, tell me what your businesses are. Like, what do you do? Come on, let's have a conversation together this morning. Have a little sip of my drink while you lot catch me up. What is it that you do? Because what you do, regardless of what it is, can help someone. And when you are selling, all you're doing is building relationships. And I'm really lucky. Like, I get to learn from the best people. So I've learned from the likes of Lisa Johnson. I've learned from the likes of Dan Meredith. I've learned from the likes of Deep Bajwa, for example. I've learned from the likes of Jade Gemma. I've learned from the likes of lots and lots of really great people who are great at sales. And the thing that every time that comes back to the people that are the best at sales are the people that are great at building relationships, who genuinely care about the people that they want to serve. Oh, I love it. Carla, graphic designer and artist, want to move more towards art. So you've got sort of a dual attack with regards to help. So a graphic designer could help people, if you're working in a business situation, could help people create graphics whereby they can really identify themselves. So I'm very lucky. Look, I'm surrounded by the graphics that are the branding of my business. So even down to the way that the British Isles map is here, that is still heavily within branding. You can see the little bee everywhere, little bee up at the top of the screen, the show up, wise up, rise up show. You can see graphics form very much a part of my identity. I'm very recognizable, even when I'm not in the room, because of graphics. Now, from an artistry point of view, being able to see the world and being able to share the world through an artist's eyes allows us to see the world differently, allows us to open up to new perceptions. So how cool is it to have those really interesting conversations with people about either identification or perceptions? If you, as an artist, are able to help people see things a little bit differently through your art, or helping people to create art, for example, what an impact on the world that you're having. So you can build relationships and conversation based on that. At the end, you can call them to action and say, hey, do you want to buy my stuff? People will already naturally gravitate towards you. So that's an example. So I do already know this, Zoe, and you're already you've done some huge work on this, but I'm a conscious leadership coach and system strategist. So within your messaging and when you're selling, you're going to be listening to people who are struggling with leaderships, who are struggling with systems. And you're going to look at how you're going to make their lives and businesses better by applying the concepts of conscious leadership to their business. So what by listening in the first instance to what people are struggling with. So I know people struggle with fear when it comes to articulating. I know that glossophobia is definitely a situation. When you position yourself as alpha, when you're talking about what it is that you do to other people, you're essentially saying, hey, I'm an alpha in this field. And actually the 3 potential outcomes could be that they cast you out from the tribe, if we're thinking in animalistic terms, cast you out from the tribe and you'll starve to death. 2 is that they so vehemently don't like what you say, they'll turn on you and kill you. Highly illegal, doesn't really happen anymore. Certainly not in, civilized capacity. And the final one is they just accept what it is that you say. And we forget that more often than not, people accept what it is that you say as long as you share with them in an articulate fashion what it is that you do and why you give a shit. And so you see, it goes from, hi, buy my stuff, hi, buy my stuff, hi, buy my stuff. Oh God, she's saying buy your stuff again. To how can I help? What problems are you facing? Look, I've got this thing that can definitely help you with that if you want to work through that and you want that to no longer be a problem. And that is the difference between sharing your message in a way that attracts people to you and allows people to stay with you, even if the thing is not for you, or they've done your thing before and they've done it already and they just want to still hang out with you. They can still see the value in what you share. So here, brilliant. So Beth and I are going to be working together. Here she is on the Wings of Destiny, part of the brand new cohort of Be Inspired. I cannot wait to work with you on this. So I'm a sales copywriter exclusively for female CEOs, coaches, and course creators who want to make more money and impact and build their legacy by using what? Words. So allowing yourself to have more conversations with people and give yourself more of an opportunity to listen to people with regards to what problems they have allows you to write copy or help people to write copy that are going to do these 2 things, make more money and have more impact, especially from a sales perspective. I can't wait to work with you on all of this, Beth. So Pixie Knowles, I plan weddings and events for underrepresented and marginalized people. Also planning style shoots for amazing business owners to help promote them and push the image of those underrepresented people to the forefront. Pixie, what I absolutely adore about you is how this has grown from when we first met. So Pixie and I met about 4 years ago. 5 years ago. Oh my goodness, where has the time gone? 5 years you've been stuck with me, Pix. And to see Pixie's thoughts go from thoughts to ideas to fruition, and to see now the impact that Pixie's having is just amazing. And the fact that she's been consistently working on her messaging so that now she can say that so succinctly that people that feel underrepresented know that there's a safe person out there. So then all Pixie's got to listen for is, what is it that her people want? What is it that they want her to deliver? And then all she's got to say is, I can do that. I can do that. I can help you with that. Would you like me to help you with that? And that's how I went from standing on stage just 3.5 years ago going, I'm really sorry about this, but I'm going to sell you something right now. Right, apologizing to, you've got to come and work with me because I know that I am going to make a massive difference if you do the things that I share with you, if you do the things that I teach you and you implement them, you are going to make massive inroads, not just into your business, your capacity to make money, but into your personal development, how you articulate yourself, how you take up space in the world, how you converse within your relationships, all of it. And I'm not sorry. So it's going from being sorry because you're frightened of people being sold to. And this is me going back to saying, does anyone go to like a shopping centre? Does anyone go to a shopping centre and they've, like, Sky is a perfect example. And there's the Sky man or Sky person that's there and they go, hey, have you got Sky? And you're like, sorry, I don't want to speak to you today. Not today. I'm in a rush. Like, anybody? I really don't like traffic stopping. I find it a really aggressive form of sales. I'm going about my business and I understand that exposure creates understanding, and exposure creates, familiarity. But I don't like being traffic stopped. I don't like it. And I find it really sort of aggressive, and I'm not on the market right now to be changing who my provider is. I don't want to go with Sky. So I don't want the Sky guy stopping me to talk to me. I pull my phone out, pretend I'm busy. We all run around them. I shout, "I've already got Sky," and then they and then they go, "Oh, how long have you been with us for? Oh, well, let's see if we can get you a new contract." Like, so totally, being traffic stopped is a really old school sort of aggressive 80s, 90s, early 2000s way of contracting, of attracting business. The stands themselves breed familiarity. So having a person there, if they're there long enough, someone will eventually go and say, "Hey, can I speak to you about Sky? Because I know where the Sky guy is in the shopping centre. I don't know the phone number to call. I can Google it. But if I know where the Sky guy is, then I can go." But being traffic stopped is painful for a lot of us because of that. They don't want to be cornered. So when we think about selling, we think that's what we're doing to people, but it is not. Growling also works. So actually, you're not aggressively selling just by saying, "Hey, I've got a thing that can really, really help you. Have you got any problems with this thing?" Or the other way around. "Hey, have you got any problems with this thing? I can really, really help you." So that's how I went from, "I'm really sorry, but I'm going to sell to you," to being completely unapologetic for periods of time, saying, "Hey, the doors are open to my thing. Come and get involved. Come and get involved, because I know that you are going to turn things around for yourself if you implement the things that I share with you. If you allow yourself to get out of your own way and let me hold some space for you while you work some stuff out, and then let's get you speaking in a way that makes sense, in a way that is attractive." And I don't just mean in a sexy way, but in a way that attracts people in a magnetic way is probably the better way to put it. So yeah, so that's my little tips for you this morning, is to remember that you're not grabbing people and holding them there. You're all still watching because you want to hear what it is that I've got to say. You know that I'm giving you some value. You know that I'm sharing with you some good stuff. So you're going to either forgive me or buy from me, one way or the other. Forgive me because I'm giving you some value. So Mel Gizzy, for example, has just been through the Be Inspired process. If I say to Mel, do you want to come and do Be Inspired again? Actually, she'll probably say yeah. Mel, do you want to come and do Be Inspired again? The answer will probably be no, because she's just been through the process. She needs to go and implement some stuff. She needs to go and utilize the assets that we've just created for her, which are banging, by the way. But she's here because she knows I'm going to keep giving value. I'm going to keep sharing some good stuff. I needed to hear this today. It's like, I know what's going on in your head. I know that Mel at the minute is sharing some incredible things that you can go and get involved with. And all you've got to do is be consistent, share how it is that you're going to help, and allow yourself to build those relationships. Be open to those conversations. And on a similar vein, if you are sat there going, I think that Danny might be able to help me, but I'm scared of having a conversation. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Kat Lindsley Hood, who is one of our pros. She's on the Wings of Destiny. I am here, was listening, is so needed to hear this today. Mission to go on live again today and share. Kate, Kat, go and do it. Go and share. Don't be frightened of showing up and sharing what it is that you do. Who are you not to? If you've got something that can help people and impact, and I know, Kat, that for you, you definitely can. Why are you not showing up? Are you not showing up because you're scared? Are you not showing up because you think people are going to take the piss out of you? Who are you not to show it? I definitely do again for the buzz. I almost replied with a yes. I knew you would. I knew you would. And here it is. It's a testament to anyone that's sat there thinking about coming through this process with me, or jumping onto the Wings of Destiny, jumping into the Be Inspired or Be Heard program. Look at what the people who have been on it are saying. They're not just saying it because I'm paying them to say it. They're saying it because they've just been through that process and they know what they've got in their hands now off of the back of everything that we've created over the last 6 months together. Nina A. Spencer, I'd so do it again. And time and time again, people are coming back and saying the same thing. I'd come and do it again. SJ, oh God, you're not going to make me cry. Can we all say happy moving day to the gorgeous SJ Lewis, please? Who is making her dreams come true and moving house. In fact, I'm ready for the O2. We were talking about needing a bigger boat and having to get bigger and bigger venues. And we were laughing at the last Being Inspired that we're going to end up having the dream is to do it at a big arena like the O2. Can you imagine if you're one of my speakers then? Oh my God. Everyone's saying happy moving day. I'm so excited. Can't wait to get started. Our discovery call was awesome. So we need an alumni event. I agree. I totally agree. We need to make something happen. Definitely. So if you want to book in a call with me, you can do it two ways. One is if you can see the link in the comments just now, click the link in the comments and book in a call. Two, you can DM me and say, Danny, can we have a little chat? Yes, I've got some time this morning. If anyone wants to have a natter, just a brew and a chat. Well, not in case my brew, a protein water and a chat. I'm having these. If anyone's asking me like how's the kind of post-surgery thing going on, these have been an absolute lifesaver. Vive protein water, sugar-free, dairy-free, high protein and low calorie. They're not vegetarian, FYI. But they've got 20 grams of protein in and they taste like pop, which is so much better than milkshakes. Because my tummy can't take up a lot of food, I mean, sometimes I struggle getting my protein intake, and these really, really help. Stuff you didn't know that you needed to know, but there you go. So you can also go to imthequeenbee.co.uk and then just click at the top. It says booking a call with Danny. Click the red button, book. If you want more details on Be Inspired or Be Heard, click packages and it's all broken down there. I have a sneaky little discount code for anybody who books in a call with me, who wants to speak to me directly. I've got a cheeky discount code that can save you up to £1,000. So I'm going to leave it at that. I hope you've enjoyed our little foray into getting out of your own way when it comes to selling. I hope that you've seen me directly apply and walk the walk where this is concerned and see how not difficult. It's simple, not easy, right? But when you get into it, it feels so much better than saying, hey, buy my stuff, hey, buy my stuff, hey, buy my stuff, hey, buy my stuff. Here's how I can help. Are you experiencing any of these problems? I can help you with these things. And creating relationships and listening based on that. All right. Danny Fest, multiple stages, multi-track event. Can you imagine? Oh God, that's the dream. Let me fill this one up first. Let's see where we go in the next 12 months. But multi-track events, if anybody wants to experience a multi-track event, the first 10 people to sign up, so only 4 spaces left for this one, gets a 2-day ticket to come with me to Ideas Fest on the 3rd and 4th of August to come and see what it's like on the inside of a multi-track event. So an event whereby lots of speakers speak in lots of different capacities, from workshops to panels to keynotes. And you can see all of those sorts of speakers in action to see and really feel out what works for you, and also come and support me whilst I speak at that event as well. So please do make sure that you come and jump in sooner rather than later if you want to get and be inspired. There's just 4 spaces left. So the people that are coming along with me to Ideas Fest: Susan Frankham, Sophie Ryan, we've got Beth Thompson, Charlotte Graham, we've got Nicola Willis, we've also got Sarah Fletcher coming along to Ideas Fest. We've got 4 more spaces for that, and then after that just 10 more spaces left on the whole of the mastermind. Just 8 spaces left on Pro, and as many as you like on Be Heard. Not many people just do the Be Heard, they come and do the Be Heard Pro because they want to come and have some one-to-one as well. Ideas Fest is next to my house. Okay, so we're going to have a barbecue at Sarah Jane's whilst we're there. What a year. I've got Ideas Fest, Expert Empires and Be Inspired. Really excited to see. She'll get the biscuits out. All right, my loves, I hope you've enjoyed this morning. If you do want to book a chat with me, make sure that you do. Click on the link or drop me a little DM. I'm available right now for a little natter about all of the things. And I will see you on Friday for more Showing Up, Wising Up and Rising Up. We're going to be doing a lot of lives over the next week and a half with lots of past alumni to share with you their experience, where they all start from different positions, from experienced speakers all the way through to people who don't even have a business idea yet. Can I work with you? I absolutely bloody can. All right, my darlings, have an incredible day. I love you. I'll see you later. Ciao.